Hey there, world travelers! I'm Ryane to the rescue, and today I'm going to tell you about what you should pack in your carry-on for an international flight. And that's with the assumption that you're already checking a suitcase that has most of your travel needs in it. And in this case, your carry-on can just be mostly things that you just want to have on the flight with you. But there's some really essential things that you'll want to have in there that you may not think about, so stay tuned for that. If you want to travel with using only a carry-on suitcase and not check luggage, then I'm going to talk in a later video about some tips and efficient strategies on doing just that. So watch in just a few weeks for that video coming up. But before we start loading up our carry-on, I want to tell you about two small bags that you should have packed up to put in there. And we're going to start out with talking about adapters. When you go to a new country, be sure to research what kind of outlet they use. For example, this kind is used in UK and this kind is used in Italy. Now, you can buy the chargers like this that plug straight into the wall and then straight into your device, and you don't need any adapter. But what I prefer to use is this universal adapter because you can use it to fit any outlet all around the world just by switching these little buttons. So it is a little bulky, but you know that you're going to have the right thing no matter where you travel. And it has these 4 USB outlets in the top. So as far as chargers go, I always travel with this one. And then I also keep a block with a charger for this because this is an extra power pack that I can use throughout the day if my phone dies. And this one charges this. And then I also keep this separate block and charger for my phone. And I pack all of these up in here so that I have ready access whether I be on the plane or traveling or at night in my hotel room. If you want to sleep or rest on the plane, then you'll want a neck rest. So I don't like to have the ones that are already inflated all of the time because they're just so bulky and I don't like to carry them around. So I like to use this one because it's still soft and it's inflatable. You just blow it up right here and then you have your neck pillow. Voila! If you have these foam earplugs, I think these are utterly worthless and uncomfortable. What I like to use is the wax earplugs, and they conform to your ear canal better, although you're not supposed to push it way down in there. You're supposed to just kind of cover the hole and kind of, stuff a little bit. But anyway, when you use these, it blocks out the sound so well. You could have a roommate that is snoring like crazy and you won't hear him. You can have a rooster crowing out your window and you won't hear him. And I don't even sell these. This isn't a commercial. I'm just saying these work so good and they're way more comfortable too. The only thing you have to worry about is what if it blocks out the sound so much that you don't hear your alarm? But I put my phone near my bed and I still hear it right through the earplugs. So these are the earplugs that I like to use when I'm traveling. I just put a couple of the wax earplugs in a small baggie and take them on my vacation and reuse them throughout. And then just pitch them in the end and start fresh next time. And then my deflated pillow and my eye mask and my earplugs just roll up together and fit right into this little bag. All right, now we have the suitcase all packed up. And now all we have left is the personal item and the carry-on. And those are really important, and those are the things that you're gonna have most accessible to you on the airplane. So let me go over a few really important things that you'll want to know. I do have this full entire list, which I'm not gonna go over every little detail, but I am going to share this with you so that you can pack your carry-on and your personal item just like I do, or you can modify, as needed. So in your carry-on, what I use is a backpack. You can use a tote bag, backpack, or whatever works for you. So if you check your suitcase, then you can use a backpack as your carry-on. And remember, I said you need a change of clothes, which we already packed in a Ziploc baggie. So you're gonna throw that right down in the bottom first because you're not gonna need that at all in case your luggage gets lost, which hopefully that doesn't happen. Then You'll want a jacket or a cardigan or something warm because sometimes airplanes are really cold and sometimes they're really hot. You just never know. So what I do, and I like to always double up on things as much as I possibly can. So what you can do is take a raincoat, something that's soft and fleecy on the inside, but yet rain repellent on the outside. That way, you've got your jacket to keep you warm. You've also got a raincoat, and you can also skip the umbrella. So it serves as a multi-purpose item. So what I like to do is fold it up and then roll it up really tight. And then I put that down in the bottom of my carry-on also. That way it's easy to access if I get cold on the plane, but it's not in my way if I don't really need it. Then I put in lots of snacks. I like snacks when I travel. So I take granola bars, I take Baby Bell cheese, I take crackers, I take sometimes different kinds of salty snacks and chips. And then I also take sweet snacks, whether they be chocolate covered pretzels or cookies or something like that. And I know that may be excessive, but I like lots of snacks. So I put a big old bag of snacks and nuts and things like that in here. And not only do I have it for the plane ride, but I also have it for my vacation in case I need a little snack here or there. And of course you can buy more at your destination, but I really like to bring stuff from home too. Then you'll want to put in something to do, whether you like to read a book or if you take your iPad or laptop with you. If you're going to carry a book with you on the plane, be sure to put it in a Ziploc bag before you throw it down into your backpack. That way it won't get damaged. And then you take your sleeping supplies, throw those in. And then I have my whole bag of chargers and adapters. I'm going to want this easily accessible. And then I also keep a luggage scale in my carry-on because if my suitcase is a little heavy, then I want to know before I get to check in my luggage because they're going to charge me extra or they're going to make me rearrange stuff right in the middle of the airport in front of everyone. So if you have your luggage scale handy, then you can double check your luggage before you even get up to check your bag. One other thing that you might want to have in your carry-on is if you are traveling in the airport with sandals on and then you have to go through security and take your shoes off, I wouldn't want to be barefoot in security. So take a pair of socks and you can just slip those on as you're going through security. Also, when you're on the plane, you might want to slip off your shoes and have socks on to be warm and cozy. But put your shoes back on before you go into the bathroom because the bathroom is gross and there's pee on the floor and you don't want pee on your socks. And if you're traveling with a beach hat, especially one that doesn't fold up inside of your suitcase, which this one does not, then you can get one of these little clips and you can buy these on Amazon. I'll actually put links for everything that I've talked about today in my description below. And if I don't have a link for the exact item that I used and I showed you today in this video, then I'll put a link for something very similar. Anyway, so this is a clip that you can just snap right onto your carry-on, your backpack, whatever. And then you can clip your hat right onto here. And then when you are wearing your backpack and just running around the airport, your hat will just dangle right on there and it won't get smushed. So this is a really great way to carry your hat. Well, there we have it. We've got the carry-on all packed up and we're airplane ready. Now, don't forget the essential thing of putting on a name tag. Super important. And if you've enjoyed this video and gotten value out of this content, I would love it and be so honored if you would click like and subscribe. That'll help other people find this content as well. And if you want to know more tips about packing a suitcase and your personal item for international travel, check out my whole travel series and you'll find more about that. If you have any questions about what I've covered, just pop them down in the comments below because I would love to hear what's on your heart and answer your questions. And if you have any packing tips that I didn't mention, be sure to put them down there too because I'd love to hear those as well. Also put in the comments where you're going next because I want to know. I'm headed to Bhutan and Nepal and Qatar next. And I'll soon be posting some international pro tips for travel as well. So once you've watched all of my travel series, you'll be ready to travel around the world. We can do it. Well, there you have it. We've got the carry-on all packed up and Well, there you have it. We've got oh my gosh. Well, there we have it. We've got the